Welcome, I'm Bill Wake. We're working on Betwist. It's a word finding game, and today we want to focus on generating a better set of random letters. We do something according to the distribution of letters in English, but I have a more complicated idea that I think will work out better. We'll see. Okay. Oh, I do have this splash screen. Let me see if we can get that working first. I think that's pretty quick. Did I put it here? Yes. Okay. So we have this file splashScreen. I have a different version that's much bigger. Hopefully it asks me to overwrite. Copy to destination, yes. Okay. Okay, splash screen at ping. Now, can we... app icon. Launch screen file. How do we do that again? It wasn't there. Is that how we did? I think that's it. It's bigger than the old one. Okay, now let's run a tablet. Run that big iPad. Now I may recall the edges get cut off because of the way they reserve safe space even during the launch. Okay. Oh, it doesn't cut off in... let's go in the other mode. I'm curious if it's cut off there too. No. Something got better. Okay. I don't know why. All right. So that was easy. Start with something easy. I think that's what I call it. Yep. Okay, good. Now the letters. I haven't looked at this since we did it, but my recollection is you get a sequence of letters, and we have this game maker that generates it. Let's go see that. Okay, so he generates something of the size. Well, it's really the size squared. That's the size of our inner grid that we're doing. Okay. So, okay, we have 4 layouts. So there are multiple animation states that might collide. I don't think so. because we pulled them all into their separate ones. Let's make sure that that statement's correct. But I think it is. So in the sense of they have their own independent state, those shouldn't collide. There's still something going on because we do specify an animation and it doesn't appear to happen. So I do want to come back to that. I don't know if I put that on the to-do. Yeah, let me get down here. Guest. And I suspect it's still a z-index issue, but we'll have to figure that out someday. All right. So let me go back to this. We'll close these others. Right. So this one works by generating a random element from the list of candidates, and the number of items in the candidates is chosen to reflect that there's a lot more E's being used than there are W's, and so on. And so I went around and found a bunch of estimates of the English letters and picked one that seemed like an approximation of those. Now, the approach like Boggle uses, trademark whoever, they in that game you're rolling dice and there are sets of letters on each die. And my impression is I'm seeing better opportunities for words when that's the case. And that seems plausible to me. Let me see. I have a link somewhere. I don't know if I can. Okay, yeah. So this is somebody's list of Boggle changed. There's classic and now there's new. But notice like here, AAEE, this reduces the risk that you're going to see those vowels piled up in your letters. You can only pick one of them. And same for a number of these. This one also has a lot of vowels. This one has a lot of consonants. Some of them are more balanced, but I think in general you're going to do better with these choice ones. And so, the classic game is 16 dice. I've got two theories in mind. I'm not sure which is better or worse. And I'm not sure if we have the right abstraction here that you should just get a sequence that you iterate over. The nice thing with that is all our tests use it. They put in letters for a 2 or 3 or 4 character grid, or four character cubed grid. And they just fetch those letters. But I think, and that's used when you generate the board. So let's find content view. Well, no, it was back in the app, I think. We generate a game. Okay, I guess game does it. Okay, so game takes the source and it creates a letter grid from that source. Okay, and so letter grid, he converts it back into an array. And then chunks off pieces to match the size. That suggests that it might be it might be happier if it got an array of strings. I'm thinking something like a Boggle dice generator. I'm not sure we'd keep exactly these letter choices consistently. Well, the two ways I thought of, one is just only use letter dice. I'll say letter dice and not touch on the trademark too much, but take a set of letter dice, and well, you could take that for the first 16. What I'm imagining is create an array and then shuffle it. Okay, so whether it was however it got there, it's going to be shuffled. Now, somehow I want to get at least those letter dice, sort of hand, mixed up carefully to kind of make sure there's not too many E's and stuff like that. So they're going to be a better distribution, I think. Now, what do you do when you got more than 16? One option would be select a random subset of these dice, the letter dice. Another would be take the existing approach and just use those probabilities to kind of fill in. That seems weaker to me. It seems weaker to me as the board gets bigger. So if you had a 10 by 10 board, 16 of them are dice, and then the rest of them are random letters. That's going to be similar to the situation we have now. So I think we'll work out a scheme that you'll use the dice for as many as you can, and then maybe take a subset of the dice, or maybe take a subset of letters for the rest. Now, 25, 5 by 5 is 16 and 9. So 9 out of 25 is, more than a quarter would be generated in that scheme. So maybe a dice scheme is better. Maybe you take as many sets of dice as you can, and then you randomly take the individual dice for the rest. I don't quite know. All right. So yeah. So I think I want to kind of tweak this a little bit so that this thing takes a array of strings. Okay. And then we can generate an array of the right size and then feed that back. Okay. So I don't have a refactoring that's going to do this, so I'm just going to do it by hand. Okay, and then source is no longer wrapped in an array. Okay, and then the callers. Now, yeah, the callers are going to include the tests as well as the game. Okay, so let's do array of source here. Okay, and now there should be some tests that also. Now I don't know if I'm better off putting array in on the tests. Or maybe there aren't enough to matter. Let's see, letter grid. You would think there would be. Oh, we did that anyway. Okay. Well, that should have been a sign, I guess. All right, so make letter grid take an array of values rather than a sequence, I guess it was. What does that mean? Somehow I have no warnings, but 15 warnings. There they are. Content view. Multi-line argument. I'll take the long line argument instead. Huh. Okay. Just to silence these warnings. I don't know why those came up now and not earlier. Looks like I missed a couple. I'm not sure what this one, I think he's left over. No. Colors. Oh no, I did. Okay. Okay, so we pushed back to letter grid. He has a source that's an array. Let's go back to game. He's given a source that's a sequence. Let's find his colors. Now, a lot of games, but they're all using arrays anyway. The content view. Okay, he's the exception, really. All right, let's give him a method. Let's kind of ignore his sequence nature and let's just give him a method make. Returning array of string. Okay, so result is empty array of string. Excuse me, return result. And then I think we're just going to run to size squared. Okay, so if it's 25, we get 0 to 24. And, well, I guess I can just do 1 to 25. Yeah, there's a big boggle and there's also a super boggle, and I don't know if there's other bigger boggles than that. I think, yeah, big boggle's 5x5. I think super is 6x6. I didn't get around to the story, but I did want to have something to let you choose the size and maybe kind of four up. Cannot call value of non-function type int. Size is an int. Oh, maybe he's just upset I don't have any contents. Okay, let's do result.append. And I think we're going to say next. And this is to try and get me over to the next. No? Well, let's just do it this way then. String contains a random element. Cannot call function non-function. Cannot call value of non-function type int. Oh, stupid. Value type int. Okay. I probably could say for. I don't know if I can say for one. Can you say a range like that? No. I think you could say for I in. No, maybe not. Yeah. Yeah, you can use for or for each. Okay. There's better ways to say it, but we're going to muck this all up anyway shortly. Okay, so anybody who calls GameMaker should be able to call GameMaker.make, which is mostly the app. Okay, let's just run it like that. Yeah, I mean, really, I want to build up an array and shuffle it. And I think the act of putting the dice in is going to be a little different too. And I could just map it, but I'm just lazy. Okay, so this looks like a bunch of random stuff. No headed. Okay. Oops. What just happened? Okay, I guess I double clicked. Okay. So now I don't know who uses this. It might just be the main app. Oh, there's a few places. Game Maker 3. I'm going to expect that GameMaker3.count equals 9. Okay. I don't think this n squared letters thing is going to make a difference. Lots of E compared to K. That's probably a valid test. Okay, let's see this one. How about this one? Game new button dot make, and then this one. Okay, so nobody's using it as a sequence except these tests now. All right, and so stops after n squared letters. That's kind of built into the way this thing runs. I don't think we're not going to try and get a prefix of more. Okay. Game Maker 10, we don't. Let's just do the make. So I'm got 100 letters. And I expect more E's than K's. I think that's legit. I don't know if 20 might be a better. That'd be a 400 square board. It'd be 4 times as much, and I think less likely to screw that up. 100 is kind of like 10 versus 1. Probably shows up. Yeah, I can make it 15. Oh, which one failed? GameMaker 3 count equals 9. Oh, no, I want dot make. And I'll make this a little smaller just to speed it up. Remove sequence nature from Game Maker. Just call make to get the values. Okay, now we have just the barest of pinning tests as far as distributions go, and I'm okay with that. Let's go back to Game Maker. We can probably pull this over here and drop that. Okay. Now, I think this... All right, is anybody calling this next method? No, they aren't. Okay, let's take that out too. Okay. Count is not used. Just make sure that builds. All right, so I'm going to put in some letter dice. And we'll just start with these, wherever they were. Well, can I do this better? Where's that multi-select? Isn't it here? Split selection by lines, balanced eliminators. I know there's a multi-line edit here somewhere. Is it fine? Yeah, I don't want to mention boggle per se. All right, but it might be reasonable to keep both around. That's the one. There's a stupid little keystroke. Option drag. Okay. Okay. Yeah, so maybe we'll pull out a well, random element doesn't need string there anyway. Okay. I guess he does need the string. All right. Okay. So given these dice, so my result is all right. So I want to copy the dice into the result array, but the last ones I want to generate randomly. Okay, so let's see. What am I going to say? So I'm going to say for, I don't care, in, let's make square equals size by size. Divided by letter dice dot count. Okay, I'm going to just append letter dice dot random element. Good guess. Okay. So that gets me, like in our case, 25 divided by 16 is 1, throws away the remainder. Throws away the remainder, so that will get us all 16. Yes, I did mean that. Okay. So that gets us the first 16. I think it was 16. 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Better count again. How about 21 minus 5? Is that right? Oh, I got the same row twice. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So, then for whatever in 1, 2 square mod letter dice dot count, this that guess is not right. Result.append, there's a contents of. Okay, so the first 16 I'm just gonna append however many times there are 16 dice. So if I did the 6x6 board, I'd get 32, be twice. Just append the whole list of letter dice. Okay, and then for this, say 25 mod 16, it's all positive, so I don't have to worry about the goofy stuff. That should be 9. And that should get us there. And then I'm going to return result dot shuffled. Okay. Now that's still not right. Yeah, I think we should do that map first before I shuffle. Okay, so this is not result. This is dice sequence. Sequence the right word? Maybe it's just dice. Okay. And then I need to map them. Okay. I don't want all those letters. Okay. But I thought of another test. So I could say, well, 3 gets count 9. That's good, but I think we should also do bigger ones. So expect game maker of 4 dot make dot count is 16. That's exactly on. And then let's take game maker dot of 5 dot make dot count. I need parentheses there. Equals 25. Make dot count. Make dot count. Okay, so I'm covering a case of exactly fine square, either of these small squares, but then this one should still have 25. Yeah, we just need a map. Yeah. So each die turns into, well, I don't think there's a random letter version. Take the array dot random element. Now, does that give a string? I don't think so. Array literal. I don't know what that is. String. Let's make sure string is a string. Okay, so the element shuffled, it's the string which represents the possibilities on the die. I turn that into an array. Why is it not happy? Array literal. That doesn't sound right. I think it's just, yeah, it's just that. It should be characters. String is a collection of characters. Okay, and then I got to map them to strings. Dot map string of $0. And we'll let the compiler figure out how to fold all that together, because it will probably. Okay, so shuffle the dice, map each one to one random thing on the die, which is a character, and then map that to a string. All right. Well, here goes. Probably should just run Game Maker. A Game Maker. Now that does suggest this may be a little I could probably put those arrays in first. Oh, boom. The replacement path doesn't exist. Yeah, maybe so. 16. Well, we know 1's less than 16. How weird. Okay. Let's clean. I guess I could have printed square. Maybe square's not positive for some reason. So we're running returns enough. Oh, it is 0 in that test, isn't it? That's too small for our abilities. Right. It's no, it's really the first loop is screwing up. Oh, yeah, the second loop might too. Okay. Well, I mean, I can guard them, but it seems like I should be able to make a formula that... That's kind of weird on Path's part. I almost think I'd rather have an empty pattern. Well, I guess if square is less than letter count. Yeah, but you're right. The second loop would screw up on the others afterwards because he's going to have the same problem. If his mod is 0, then 1.0. Well, maybe that's me. Maybe I should just go to 0 less than 0 less than. I'm not using the value anyway. 0 less than 0. Hopefully that. Let's try it. Okay. Yeah, because that value can be 0. Okay, well, should have caught that before. Oh well. Good. Now let's run it. Now, my hope is we take these and we just generate all kinds of letters because we can see how great this is. This may be all for not much. Okay. Bit bitey. Wow. I'm not seeing anything. Oh, I mean, I'm getting these short words. Don't have 2 Z's. Can't do much with that. Phase, is that a word? Why am I only getting 1 there? Hilly. T-U-N. No. T-H-U. No. Anti. What about A-Z-L-E? There's not much else that can go. Hilly Valley Zeal. I don't know here. It's pretty pitiful. Hilly, well, Philly, Belay. No S's. Thimble? No. 1 E? 2 E's. Betel, oh, 2 T's. No. I don't think that's a variation. It's kind of nut. No, it's 1 T. Yeah, let's try a new game. Bent with an I, yeah. Then not a lot of E's, I think. Shrink. Well, I guess the question is not how smart am I? The question is, are we getting more words in here? Oh my gosh. I would say that seems longer than our previous list, even if I couldn't think of them. Softer seems like a word I could know. Tinier. Yeah, okay. Let's do another new game. Should have done some statistics. Oh, maybe I still can. Five, 6, 7, 8, yeah, 7 or so. This is running the old one still. And let's look at all answers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I would say it's got a little more. Oh, I can't get a new game on this one. Grr. Where's the other? Oh wait, that one's screwed up too. Oh, that's kind of 1, 2, 3. Yeah. I don't know. I don't. For all that fuss, I don't know that this is really any better. It's upside down. Gorst. Gorse is a word. Manse. T-T-O-N-R-O-T. Whoops. R-O-T-T-E-N. Rodner. Ha. Hatted. Groth. Grot. I don't think so. Came. Is catted? Yeah, I guess it is. Catted around. GHT. OGHT. Soft. Rundle. Tender. A-N-D-E-R. May as well take the S too. Tenders. Manures. D-Shaw. I don't know. D-Sor. Well. Sword without the W? Yeah. don't know if glazed. I have E R. Can't get back to an E. Okay. 10. Well, I mean, I'm getting a good list of words. I don't think it's any worse than we were. Gross. Roast. Okay. Snatch, snow, snack, okay, snap. I don't know. Clatton. Oh my goodness. What's that mean? Whoops. Can you clattened? No. No. I don't know if we get droogs. That's slang in what's his face's novel. Yeah. They don't either. Tour. Well, we got tour. I don't know about that. Yeah. Okay. Well, I don't think that's bad. I mean, that's 29 words in not too many minutes. And let's see all answers. I can imagine there's going to be a gazillion. Detonators, greenhorns, dethroners. I could kind of see me getting any of those. Yeah, this is a huge list. Okay. Well, I mean, I think it's a long enough list to convince me that we have something that generates more letters. I think it would be an interesting optimization problem to say, take these 96 letters, 6 times 16, given 96 slots, populate them in such a way that the list of all generated words. Oh, okay. Well, our dictionary missed it. But anyway, like optimization problem, take all these slots and say, if choose the letter distribution that will maximize the number of, say, 6-letter words, since I think that's kind of the gateway. I mean, I think I can generate 4-letter words pretty much all day. I get some of the 5s. 6s are challenging, but I don't know how you would go about that without. That's pretty hard. I mean, I guess we could shuffle letters around between them and see. I think I'll take it as some improvement. I don't doubt you could do better. All right, let's. Oh. Let's keep it. Well, it also reminds me of clabber. You know, that's sort of a old style word too. Could be Irish. I mean, I don't know. This dictionary, like it's some random dictionary I found, supposedly decent. And it had all the big thing was it had, if you have fish, it would have fishes, you know, and have both plural forms and so on. Okay, so that will take, let's say use letter dice. Tessellations, I would still like to get back to that one. Okay, let's close this. All right, end of game. Deal with this stupid portrait view. Grr. Try generation button. This one maybe is easy to do while we're here. I don't know if our text will accommodate it, but I think our game maker can. I don't know how to do it other than a random test though, and Q is relatively uncommon. Well, one thing we could do is let us pass in an array of dice, letter dice. Well, let's define the test. Okay. Excuse me. I don't need a very big board. 2x2 is plenty. But if I let myself pass in an array of dice, I can pass in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Qs. So it's forced to do a Q. Actually, I can get by with 1. Let's just force it in. Sample. Well, his type is 1 letter string, array of string. Sure. Okay. Expect sample dot first equals QU. Okay, so I'm assuming we're going to be allowed to pass letter dice in for the benefit of tests, and we load the dice with all Qs, so whatever we get for our 1x1 board, we'll get a Q, and we'll make sure it comes out as a QU. All right, this test should fail. I'll just run these. Well, it won't build. This is dice is array of string optional. I guess he doesn't. Make him nil. Let him, I guess, equals nil. Okay. Ignore it. Well, letters, right now it's strings, which, yeah, so the results of these are a series of strings. Okay, one issue. Right. Okay. So, yeah, I mean, I think we can do it in the filter. We could filter down here. That's why I don't know what will happen on that. You can do text, like you can give it a squeeze factor that it'll shrink it, and I'm hoping it will default to that enough to be reasonable. We'll have to probably generate a few games to see a queue. We haven't seen any today that I recall. Maybe one. Okay. So this test fails. We have a list of queues, and we're going to say map, and then that takes in each string that's effectively from a letter. This is, I think this should be die. Okay, because that's a dice, yeah, string from a die. Okay. I would say we're getting one letter. Well, we don't even need to map. We can do it on the string. If $0 equals Q, then QU, else whatever string it would be. No if. If $0 is Q, return QU, otherwise return string. Right. Make sure the test pass, and then see what the board does. Oh no. T. Oh, I didn't use this. Okay. Var. Okay, so we'll replace the dice if we get this passed in array of dice. Has no member dice? What is it? Letter dice. Well, the lowercase is going to be more problematic. It might look better. We'd have to convert it back to upper somewhere because all our words are uppercase, I think. Okay, now let's run. Yeah, it may already make it uppercase, in which case we don't have to fuss. Oh, there they are. QU. What can we get? Quar. LI, but no Q. QU. Queen. Okay. Let's go see where those letters get drawn. Is that in here? No, it's in CompactPortraitView. or one of the content views. Okay, letter view. Oh, what do you do to do this? Scale to fit. Oh man. This is what I'm thinking of, I think. Yeah. .01. Never be bigger than the original font, never smaller than font times minimum. Well, .01's a little low. Let's see if 0.5 works. Oops. Okay, he's tight. Let's do 0.4. And we'll try the lower and see if that really does. Well, I guess he's saying he fits. I don't see any words. Capitalized will make the U lowercase. Okay. Set. Use prefix. String is built. Oh, no parens. Okay. Oh, it's gotta be inside. He's got the. He doesn't have the border. Okay. Can't get a Q now. Here it is. No. Queet. Quet. Squite. Squift. Quite. Quit. T. Okay, that might work. Cool. Okay, I guess I want. Can I ask for that, or is it going to mess everything up? because he's just one little pixel away from that thing. There it is. Did not add anything to it. How can we do that? Yeah. I wonder if there's another scale factor on text that would do anything. Okay, minimum scale factor versus scale effect. Yeah, okay, scale effect, yeah, is admittedly a pixeling thing. But why can't I get a border? Maybe I have to put the padding inside. Now, one of the things I've done with, Boggle and Scrabble is replace the tiles with goofy things like TH or a wild card. I don't know, other things maybe. Well, I would say that is no better. Okay. Oh, yay. This is really game sub location dot count to otherwise 1.0. I guess I'm going to squeeze it a little more than I really would, just to see if the thing is doing the function we want. And I don't know if squeaking the X scale will make it look too goofy. It looks a hair goofy. Okay, but it's working. That is nothing to complain about. Okay, let's try 0.9, see how that goes. It's not like Scrabble where you complain, I get a Q again. Okay. That's a hair better than the missing one. Let's tweak it a little. Well, I guess Scrabble, every game is going to have a Q one way or the other, so somebody's going to get it. Boggle, you're rolling dice, you might not roll any Qs. I think that's all right. Okay. The Q looks a little shorter than the H to me, but I don't have an O nearby to check to. The O and the R. Yeah, I don't know. It looks like it's applying it to both, doesn't it? Well, let's do this just to see the contrast and make sure the height's not getting messed up. I keep seeing lots of words in that one, that board. Oops. Okay, it is just the width. Okay. Now, the thing that does, I mean, you're cutting out some Q words with it, right? Because there are dictionary words that start with Q that don't use a U. English words with Q but not U. I know cannot, Quanait. Oh, fake here. Kirsch's. Okay, I don't know most of these. Obviously, some of them are from other languages. Who are the Catabians? What's a Kibla? I don't know. QWERTY. Oh, okay. Tarika. It's a title, I think. So there are now, 117 words you can't get. Well, some of them are two-letter words, so you can't anyway. And some of them are all uppers. Some of them are proper words, so maybe 100 words you can't get to. All right, where did my board go? Okay, quit. Yeah, that looks okay. He's a little more crowded when the highlighting's on. Can I get squid? No squint. Okay, I'll take it. There's two. Now, if I really wanted to let you do cannots, we could allow both, but okay. Yeah, they're not really that English. I mean, they're accepted in English, for what it's worth. I guess this will tell you, right? Okay, Muslim theologian. Yeah, I think a lot of them are words from Arabic. Oh, Hebrew. Often spelled with a K. Yeah. And I should learn what a canal is because I use that word in Scrabble. Aqueduct. Okay, I thought it was a canal. It's kind of close. All right. Good. All right, now what do we got? Okay, end of game. I don't know if this is going to make things better, but somehow I want to really bring out, instead of new game, I want it to be, I either want to be give up or something to say like I'm done. And then it should show the yeah, so if you say I'm done, I think it should show you that the answer summary that has the two columns and show you your words and all the system words. And so I think this is maybe really your answers. I think the only way to get all answers is to click on this that says I'm done, or I give up, or I concede, or whatever the right verbiage is there. So it's going to change our state. Yeah. So I think you say I concede. It should pop up the list of letters, maybe with the score on top, and the button should change to new game. Okay, so maybe I give up. I don't know. I also wish there were a little more breathing room here. I mean, it's not eating into that safe area thing bar, but it's close. Okay. I can't, I can get squat. Good. All right. So that feels doable in the hour, give or take, we have left. What happens now? New game. Well, I guess this show me back. It still says new game. Okay. So I suppose you could go all answers, even though new game or I give up should give you the all answers view with these shown, and you should still be able to hit all answers and see them. Yeah, so I think you can still look at all answers and see them. And I think this would let you anyway. You would be back. You saw all answers. It would be back to new game, but it hasn't actually triggered the new game until you do it. Now, I do think it would. I think it was a mistake to block you from selecting after this, but I don't think it should change your score. But that's another story. Okay. Okay, so this button's going to change depending on the state. So if it's in the play state, it says I give up. If it's in the review state, it says new game. Okay, let's do that change first. Unfortunately, that's in 4 places. All right, so this stuff can go. Oh, it's in new game button. All right. New game button. Okay. Yeah, I think the show me is going to disappear. I think, but let's get this button. I want to say if game dot mode. Oh, whoops. Not pound if, just if game dot mode equals play. Well, yeah, play. Else this. Can I do that? If I put a button there? View has no capsuled. Well, that's a little awkward. I don't know if you can do this. Game.mode equals dot play goes to I give up. Otherwise, new game. Is that legal? That's true. Yeah, you're right. Okay. I give up. I don't know. Can I put a sad face there? But that does sort of argue for the, maybe I can use the emoji, the right emoji. I don't know what this is. Okay. And that one's a bit much. Maybe that one. Okay, but to your point, we really do need to make this back to an if. Okay. Well, check the look first. Okay, so I think that worked. Show me changes that. Okay, and then back. I don't know, back or done. All right. So I give up. I want this. I want a state. Okay, and then this really needs a sheet. Yeah, that's what I want to do. Well, yeah, he probably should do game.mode equals .review. And then we're going to make answers detail view is going to act different. Okay. Okay, so I think this will have the button still, and I'm going to get rid of that, but I think this will have the right behavior I want. Okay, so let's put something in beat. Okay, so if I do all answers, I'm going to make that go away. As a matter of fact, why is that not showing? If mode is play, show me. If mode is review, sorted answer view. Why is the mode not right? Binding to game mode. He has that mode. Doesn't that seem wrong? Oh, I didn't press give up. Okay, sorry. Okay, so I give up. Oh, whoa. Something else happened. I didn't click anything. All right, I see though. It's break time. Let's take a break and then we'll come back and refine this. It's close, but not quite there. All right, see you in 3 or 4 minutes. All right, welcome back. Let's try and repeat this process. I'll just start with new game. Okay, that I don't want to happen. Maybe this needs to be done down here. But that should do that. Yeah, he starts out in play mode. Okay, so that's not right. Okay. Quit. Okay, if I say I give up, I should pop this up with all the answers. Yeah, something's going too quickly. I give up. All right. Well, this turns game mode into review. Into play right away. New game. Is this sheet presented thing the problem? He sets it to true. I guess the caller deals with that. Ugh. Okay, I don't want this anymore. Show me. All right. That I think should go away. I'm not getting at the fundamental problem here, but that's a step. Okay, so shot. Sensitive. Scene. Yeah, that whole thing should probably disappear. Maybe it's a different view. Okay, now I give up. Okay, I didn't click anything. What does show answers do in the I give up button? So he starts out false, he sets it to true, and then the sheet presented should, when it sets it to true, it should bring that up, and then when you close the sheet, it should set it back to false. Yeah. Now dismiss is what'll do that. Well, I'm gonna tweak this in. Show me. Oh, word system found. Okay. Becomes just a spacer if it's empty, and otherwise a separate view. Is presented. Well, we have it at the top level. So he has his own show answer state here. Coming to here. So he's kind of relying on the same thing. We show answer toggle on that button, and then this thing detects it and shows the answers view. Now, I don't know why it's being dismissed right away, though. I mean, I'm calling this from multiple places already because each one of these landscape orientations, whatever's, calls the detail view. Let's but let me double check that button, right? Dismiss. I mean, dismiss should call the dismiss function, which should close the view and reset the flag. For some reason, he's doing it without me calling him. Oh, am I running? Okay. Okay, so click once, boom. Should that be toggled? All right, have I committed? Did I commit after my Q thing? Let's make sure that's true. Okay, that's all. New game button and answers detail view. Okay. So if I revert, I'm only reverting the right stuff. Okay, so what's confusing? What sets this mode? Let's find that. I would have thought it was a symbol, but okay. Okay, so the top level view says if the mode changes, if it changes to play, okay, change the game message and change submit as in progress. That seems kind of harmless. I don't know at what point he triggers. Okay, I'm in review mode. I can't click anything. That's moderately okay. This should show everything. We missed sphericalness. And new game should hide that. Okay, why is he showing on new game? That just seems weird. Oh, because I'm not in new. Am I messing it only there? Where was the call? I guess I only touched new game button and show details. Okay, so I don't see how this sheet gets presented if it got closed. Okay, new game. All he does is replace game, so game.mode turns into play. New game. That's just wrong. Well, should he set this to false? And maybe, well, let's be real explicit. Game mode turns into review. Show answers is true. Now show answers is false. This sheet is apparently showing up on the whole object. So let's make a group. And put it down there explicitly. No, we aren't worried about portrait view or any of that yet. Answers detail handle its own sheet. He should be generic. He just says, I'm opening a view, and if you call dismiss on me, I will reset the flag that triggered me, is what my understanding is. Probably could go look that up. Okay, so we got soup. And if I give up, he should pop up the sheet. Footnoted, missed. Okay, if I go back, that seems better. Can't click. New game. Okay. Apparently trying to put the sheet on one item in there screwed something up. Okay, so let's make sure. Okay, I'll give up, get my review, and good. Okay, so new game. Yikes. Glued. Okay. Stride. Yeah, dismiss is definitely a magic function in a sense. Let's click this. And okay, if I do all answers, I should just see what I found. But give up, game over, all answers, shows this. If I go to new game, that all resets. Okay, yeah, let's look up that is presented thing. Okay, so it presents the sheet when the binding is true, and this is the binding whether or not to present. And see, I think this has to be a binding because he's going to reset it. Okay, when you want to present a modal view, is showing sheet. The only thing in here that's going to turn that back off is presenting the sheet. Yeah, so now it works as expected. I'm putting it down, which may be wrong, but it appeared that the sheet clause put it accessible even though it was on the inner button. It was still being triggered or accessible from here for some reason. So maybe that makes sense that it's got to be visible in both modes because one has to close it, the other has to open it or something. But yeah, pulling it down made it work. I put them in a group so you didn't have to care which one of the, we're attaching it to the group. Okay. Let's see, there's another variation. Okay, I'm in the play. Goes. Okay, all answers right and back. But then if I do the review, give up, I get the review. We missed homogeneses and geometrize. All right, go back. But if I look at here, they're there again. Okay, that is what I want. Change review. Oh, you're right. Yeah, that makes sense. So that disappeared as soon as it kind of caught up to what was going on. Okay. Annoying, but now I get it. All right. Good. I think that's what I was hoping for out of this. Now, maybe I need a smiley face here for symmetry. I never know when this thing's going to bring up. There it is. Tears of joy is a bit much. If I had a Halloween theme, a smiley jack-o'-lantern and a skull would probably work. Party. Talking about this one. Yeah, let's try that. Okay, and I'll let it go. I think done would be a better label for that detail view too. Decite, nope, site. Okay. I give up and done. New game. All answers done. I think that's better. Okay. Good. Change the way new game works with review mode. I give up. Okay. Okay. What else? All right, we're getting down to known issues. I can live without the animation, but this compact portrait view SC thing is really killing me. And you know, I noticed the sizes on these things. SE is 647 by 375. 16 is 759 by 393. Let's divide those out. So aspect ratio is width to height, so 759 divided by 394. I don't think so. Am I in a European decimal mode or something? 1.93. I don't know if that aspect ratio is the real determinant of the problem. I think it's the lack of pixels that's killing us. 1.73. And they're not dramatically different. But I think the more interesting problem is, you know, if 375 is devoted, like, what's 647 minus 375? 2, 7, 2. Um, 5, 6, 3. I think it's that the bigger phone just has flat out more pixels vertically to work with, and we're consuming them. So, I'll move this for a bit. Focus on these two. Now, okay, something's wrong here too. So let's run this on the 16 and see if we've put back whatever it was. Yeah, if the aspect ratio is closer to 1, you get less pixels above and below the grid. Yeah, I mean, is that... Unfortunately, I don't know all the phone sizes to know which ones are going to give this problem and which ones aren't. Now, we've done something... Oh, okay, he's not running. I'm going, something's wrong because we lost a lot of space there. Okay, this is fine. All answers, yeah. Okay, so... trying to get 3 or more words in here just to kind of prime that. Are lums things? Yep. Chew, checks, yeah. Clue. Okay, there's our 3 words. Yeah, not so great looking, but yeah. I mean, it's so close. I mean, so I think one way would be, I mean, I could put this button over here under all answers, and then the score would be the only thing. And if we got the score in range, then the answers are in range. Although that's not really true, is it? Because if you had 3, I don't know if this would look better over here anyway. Yeah, so I mean, if let's say we shrunk the score by 0.8 or something, so it would fit on this tiny phone. Another thing would be like, there's space here and there's space here. I could live with less space in there, But I think if I move this over, at least I see it sometimes, and then we can look at when can we show this and when do we need to reduce this. And maybe, yeah, I think if I move this over, it's not going to, it will be visible at the start, but as soon as I start putting words in, it won't be visible. So I think the answer is I can't show this found words in this circumstance if it's the aspect ratio being so small. What did we say it was? 1.7 versus 1.9. I mean, let me first look for 4 or so pixels here and here. Actually, I want to move this over, and then I'll decide, can I shrink this and not show the found words? I mean, you had the all answers button, so you can get to them, and you just entered them, so you kind of know them. Let's try that. Or we had the score button we use in landscape mode. I mean, maybe we have to choose between this, and that's okay. Okay. I think he's upside down. Yeah. Okay. This is Compact Portrait View. The one I don't have open. Okay. Okay, so I got the new game button here. I'm going to change that to be here and move the V stack. Move this. Nope. Let the computer do it. Okay. And then I gotta choose. Yeah. Okay.
All right, he doesn't really have padding. Well, we have access. We could give access to the geometry here. I don't know if we can. Because even that is a bit. I mean, I guess if we had one row worth, it would be fine. Okay, let's see if that shrinks it and how that looks. And then we'll make it conditional. No, that's what happened before. Okay, we did try something like that. We run on the third generation. Well, no. So he's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He did not crop that at all. Oh, yeah. Okay. Does he work? I think he does. And he's got enough for that. Okay. Let's run the other one just to see, make sure. Since it's the one that needs it, let's make sure that's right. Did it change more than the grid? I had moved this over. I think try to get the 3 words in. Bad. Okay. And 0.8 may. Oh. It probably centers it, right? Yeah, you're right. So is it clipping? I think it's clipping the bottom and the top then. So we think this is what it's doing to us. Okay. He wants the opposite of what we want. Frame height, mask rectangle. Alignment bottom. Okay, I'm sure we can do alignment top. Can we do alignment on here? Stop. Only change the grid inside the infinite grid. Well, this may work if it does what we want. I guess if it may work if it works. Okay. Yeah, and I think we don't need well, let's find 4 words first. Okay, so, and that kind of tells me 0.8 is more too much. Pet hope. Okay. Yeah, he's dragging just fine. This is going to seem a little weird. Well, let's try. I mean, we were close. Maybe we can get by with this. Inside the rotating grid view. Yeah, I think this is working how we would want it to. And I think you're right, the clipped is pretty important to that. Well, that's... no. Trine? Swen? Did we decide that was a word? No. Well, there's 0.95, and that's as much as we need. And that's on this tiny little phone. Let's rotate it. He's crowded there. Is there space to keep up the give button on the left? Yeah, I don't know. You thought it looked better there? I mean, I think it's more like this. Yeah, there clearly is, right? So I can put it back. Portrait view. And then make that conditional. Okay. Well, let's go back to this. I guess I'm going to make a Oh. Is there already an aspect ratio? Nope. Let's see what this looks like. Well, broken. Convert CG size to double. Wait, what's this? Oh. Well, no, I think we can. Well, I'll run it and I'll fix it. Okay. That I think looks okay over here. Let's run it on the 16. He should look like he used to. I definitely underestimate how much work the view stuff is on all of this. Trying to maintain across all those variations is really been a lot of work. Well, shoot, he looks trimmed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Did I calculate that aspect ratio wrong? $1.73. Oh, that's the landscape view. Well, 394, I guess I gotta go the other way. 647 equals 0.58. .52. So I guess we'll say if it's greater than 0.57. Yeah, and the worst is even the 4 combinations, right? We're having to accommodate different size phones in the one we have. Okay, I think that looks right. There's 3, 4, 7, 3, 4. wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Why is he not square? 3, 6, 3, 6, 7. Ugh, ugh, ugh. Okay. But what I'm going to do is pull this in here. And change the name. We did width over height. Is that the right way? Maybe I should check that definition. Width to its height, 1.85 to 1. Yeah, 16 is width to height. Is that not right? Width divided by height? Oh, it's the ratio of its long size to its short size? Okay, let's get this thing straightened out. Okay, I'm going to call this the adjusted height. Okay, so it should be the larger. Well, we're in portrait view, so the height's larger. Okay, so you're saying it's height divided by width. Okay, so if the aspect ratio, the height divided by the width, height divided by width was 1.93. So if it's greater than, sorry, if it's less than 1.75. Okay, thank you. Yeah. If it's less than 1.75, we scale. Okay, so this is the 16. He looks wrong. 3, 6, 3, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. Okay, and then let's run the other one. Well, we're kind of at the end. I'll wrap this feature up because I think we're very close. Okay, he has 7 across and 5 down. But okay, print aspect ratio. Maybe I'm screwed up a calculation somewhere. .73. So we would expect to be scaled down. Okay. And then the 16. Yeah, I don't either. Maybe my division is bad. I'm so glad this starts scaling across. 1.93. Oh. We're not we're not taking account of those stupid buttons again. He should really be minus the button heights. Oh, yeah. Okay. The aspect ratios we calculated correctly. That's the good news. Okay. So the height... Well, I think 10 minutes of the right thinking will solve this, but because what I think is this is a relatively fixed size in its context. I mean, the real thing is I need to know the size of the object coming back and then fool with it. Now, I thought there was a way to get that in like iOS 17 or 18. Get size of view in SwiftUI. I don't know if this is relatively new. What size a certain view is. Yes. And we can put a geometry reader on the background. Yeah, no, this is not the thing I'm thinking of. We know Geometry Reader doesn't work if we don't use it on the whole screen, so we're not going to get into that. I could swear there's something new. That's not it. That's not quite it. This is the one. Visual Effect lets us read the proxy without using a geometry reader. Cannot adjust the height of your frame. Okay. Yay. Okay. Yeah. So I guess what that would require is that the infinite grid knows this geometry. We didn't pass it around. No. Okay. I hate to give him even more stuff. Yeah. Okay. I think that's a to-do. All right. Well, I can approximate it for now. Let's make it let's see what that does. But yeah, the real way is to okay. Oops. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. See, that's pretty close. I think I'll live with this for now. Hey, I see a long word. Yes, there we go. Okay. Past complete geometry size. Yes. Yes, that's what we'll have to do. Rather than just width. Okay. Well, this has been a fun journey. Thanks for coming along. I'm pretty happy with this. I think I'm very close to being able to put together something to ship. I will at least update my beta testers and see what they think so far. I mean, it's close. We've got some weird stuff. Well, that's all right. That we don't allow, and that's all right. Yeah, I don't think the SE is quite as nice rotated. Well, rotating this. You know, that button looks a little crowded. I think he's probably cutting off. But it works because we allow that anyway. But I'm sure there's more to do on each of these views to tighten them up and get that last bit of UI consistency. I mean, these buttons would look better sized the same, you know. All right, but that's okay. I think it was fun to kind of explore like the performance aspects of this with changing the representation of our dictionary, and the stuff for all these views was challenging, but it was interesting to see what we had to do for them, and it kind of makes me think like I need to move that up in my testing earlier and start addressing it earlier if I need to adjust views like this. There might be a view we could have found that worked for all the rotations, but I think customizing them is nice. All right. Well, thanks so much. I'll be back December 2nd. We'll start a new project. It's related to, it's basically an app for musicians, specifically dulcimer players. And I see it as something where we can put lots of little tools in one big app. All right. Yeah. Thanks. Have a nice Thanksgiving. I don't, do y'all do that there? We do it this week. So enjoy your week if you don't have Thanksgiving, but I'll eat an extra piece of pie for you. All right. Thanks again. Take care. Bye-bye.